Hi, my name is Bridget McGrath from TahoePT.com, and today we're going to learn some quick and easy ab exercises. When you're talking about abdominal exercises, the first thing that you need to discuss is whether you're going for an aesthetic result, basically just a six-pack, or whether you're looking for functionality, which would involve all of the trunk muscles. So you're going everywhere from erector spinae to transverse to rectus abdominis. Today we're going to review both. Now, when we're talking about aesthetics, the most important thing to note would be that your diet has everything to do with it. The lower your body fat percentage, the more you'll see your six-pack. That said, anything that involves bringing your pelvis close to your rib cage will hit your rectus abdominis. Your rectus abdominis is the area that forms the six-pack. The most effective way to hit the rectus abdominis is your basic crunch. So you'd start laying on the floor with your knees bent, hands behind your head will increase the difficulty, and you want to keep your elbows wide, and the best way would be to support the neck with your thumbs along your jawline with your elbows wide. That'll hit the top part of the rectus abdominis, and you want to exhale on your way up as you're peeling up one vertebrae at a time so that you really engage your diaphragm. Inhale on the way down as you hit the floor one vertebrae at a time, kind of reversing that peel. Another effective exercise for hitting the rectus abdominis and the hip flexors, and slightly more advanced than your crunch, would be a suitcase. A suitcase involves both the lower body and the upper body coming together to meet one another at one time. A more advanced way to do this would be hands off of the floor, behind the neck, supporting the neck in a very straight aligned position, and feet never touching the floor. So you'd want to start in a little bit of a V position where your spine is very straight, your knees are straight, but your feet and your back are off of the floor. Then you would exhale into a crunched position where you're looking for your rib cage to come as close to your knees as possible. You would inhale as you go back out again into a V position. You do as many reps as possible with neither your back or shoulders nor your feet touching the floor. Now, working just on aesthetics has its merits, but you don't want to ignore the entire core. The purpose of the core is to stabilize the trunk. That has application in every sport and throughout your daily life. So you do want to work in functional exercises. Now, your basic exercise for working the entire core would be the plank. A perfect prone plank would almost look like a push-up, but think of a very rigid line from your ankles all the way through to your head. So you want a straight ankle, knee, hips, spine, and neck, all in a very locked and rigid position. You want your arms straight, but not with your elbows locked, so that every muscle is engaged to keep the stability of that position. That's your basic prone plank. Similar to a prone plank, we would advance to a side plank. A side plank has all the same principles of the prone plank. You want a very, very straight line from your ankles through your head. So you'd want your neck long and straight, your spine very straight and neutral. You want your hips pointed straight ahead, and you want your thighs wrapped back behind you so that every single muscle is engaged to keep that side plank position. You want your wrist underneath your shoulder, but don't lock your elbow, so that you're using all the stability muscles in your shoulders, tris, and bis to also maintain that plank position. From that side plank, we can advance to rotational moves, which would get a little bit more involvement of all of our stability through our trunk rotators. My name is Bridget McGrath from TahoePT.com, and I hope you enjoyed our quick and easy ab exercises.